In the race to be the first to share new details on the Moscow murder investigation, mainstream media, in the form of People, appears to have stubbed their toe in a major way. Why do private business owners have to step up and call out the red herrings? And why do we keep chasing these ghost stories? Hello everybody and welcome to Profiling Evil. In this video on the embarrassing exchange that occurred between big name true crime news outlets and a small business owner who's been harassed non-stop by the media and social media creators who are all chasing the next big story in the Moscow murder investigation of Ethan Chapin, Madison Mogen, Xana, Kernodle, and Kaylee Goncalves. Folks, I'm calling from about 36,000 feet somewhere over the Atlantic, and I hope that the sound is good enough that you can get this, but this was too important to just let sit. Hopefully, it'll be in the can and sitting on YouTube by the time you wake up Sunday morning. So please, take a moment, hit that like and subscribe button, ring the bell, etc. I was incredibly blown away by all the false narratives on this story, so I decided to forego my in-flight movies and put out this video. And I put the video together on this flight between Utah and London, and I'm now recording it for release before most of you wake up in the States. Now, for those of you in Europe, it's going to be about noon on Sunday when you get it. Well, for the last couple of days, the internet and mainstream media have exploded with stories surrounding a People article where it was reported that a former employee of the Mad Greek restaurant, that's a place in Moscow, Idaho, claimed that Kohberger had stopped by the eatery twice in just a couple of weeks, just before the killings occurred, and while he was there, he was ordering vegan pizza. Well, many people believe this to be true. They believed it because they had other reports that suggested that Kohberger, now the defendant in the case, was a vegan. So that must be proof that both stories are true. Well, didn't anybody listen to police when they asked all of us to not believe information that comes through channels other than official channels? Now, Mad Greek owner Jackie Fisher is having to step up, and she's slamming People for the report that she says is false, misleading, and hurtful to family members and the victims as well. You know, she also says it's hurt her employees. Well, the rumors all started when this alleged employee told People that Kohberger came into the restaurant a few times when the murder victims, Madison Mogen and Xana Kernodle, were working as waitresses. Now, it sounds like this employee said that the alleged killer's order fit the, quote, very, very weird dietary restrictions that Kohberger's aunt told another publication that he had. Now, the employee, this informant, went on to say that Kohberger wanted to ensure that no animal products touched his food. Well, regardless, Fisher is outraged by the true crime community overstepping its bounds. It's something that she posted with this stinging indictment against them, saying, quote, "The news media should really do their due diligence before running a story with completely fabricated information. This will be my only response to the story from People. It is not true. The person who wants their 5 minutes of fame has now caused a whole bunch of extra work for myself and for the investigators. I also have not forbidden employees from speaking to reporters. We all decided collectively to support the families and not share anything that could potentially harm the investigation or cause the families more stress. To all the media, reporters, internet sleuths, etc., please allow us to grieve the loss of our friends and our co-workers. This has been incredibly hard on us, with our phones ringing off the hook, reporters banging on our doors at my private residence, and hunting down employees, as well as showing up constantly at the restaurant. We have not been afforded the time to grieve. Please stop calling, stop messaging, stop knocking and showing up. I personally will not be doing any interviews or entertain wild accusations at this time. My employees feel the same. To all others, please don't believe everything you read. If it's not coming from the courts, or if it's not coming from police, wait until it does or doesn't before judging. To everyone who has supported myself, my family, and my employees, thank you. Your kind words and support help us get through each day while we navigate these unknown times. Respectfully, Jackie Fisher, Mad Greek, close quote. Well, there you go, folks. Jumping to these conclusions or chasing these wild theories appears to be about being the first to share something that nobody else knew or that nobody else had the wisdom not to share. It must be all about the views. I mean, heck, who doesn't want views on their videos? But integrity is more important than the views. You know, I did a simple search on YouTube during my flight to see who was running with the story. I was shocked at the number of videos that have gone out, adding fuel to the fire. At first, I wanted to show my computer screen to highlight this, and then I decided I'm going to just leave it up to you to go out and search for social media creators who jumped the gun. The reminder's simple, folks. If the information isn't corroborated through official sources, perhaps it should stay unannounced. Well, hey folks, I'm pausing to share some concerns I have surrounding identity theft and fraud. I've learned a lot from our partner, Aura. They're the pros at protecting people from cyber predators. Aura provides identity theft protection, credit and fraud protection, and online and device security for you and your family. They taught me to think twice before answering those online questionnaires designed to steal our personal information. You know, it must be working because U.S. statistics show that 33% of us have been victimized by identity theft at an annual cost of more than $56 billion each year. Aura protection plans come with around-the-clock support, a money-back guarantee, and $1 million theft policy. But here's the best part. You can try Aura for free by clicking on this special Profiling Evil link in the description down below. When you do, we get a small commission. But think about it. You insure your car and you insure your house. Don't you think it's time to insure your identity? Now let's get back to today's discussion. I mean, just this week, 22 different local and national news outlets joined the forces, requesting that Idaho officials narrow the scope of this gag order that's been in place on the case. Now, if you recall earlier this month, the county magistrate barred attorneys, law enforcement officials, and officials involved in the case from discussing it with anybody. On Thursday, she expanded the prohibition to include all attorneys representing the survivors, witnesses, and the victims' families. I mean, I don't know how they can do this, but apparently you can. And you know what? And it might be frustrating to you and frankly to all of us because we want more information. But do we want it so badly that we're willing to have it potentially injure the state's criminal case? I mean, do we want it so badly that it makes it impossible for Kohberger to get a fair trial? Some of you might be arguing yes, but the truth of the matter is, if he doesn't get a fair trial, the case is at risk of being lost. It was best defended by the judge who said, quote, "To preserve the right of a fair trial, some curtailment of dissemination of information is necessary and authorized under the law," close quote. So what are your thoughts on this one, folks? Has the true crime community gone too far in their quest to be the first to report? I mean, are they, or are we, the social media creators, overstepping our bounds of decency? I'm going to be looking for your answers down below, and I hope that you'll take time to comment and respond to each other. Let's be civil with each other and have a productive dialogue. And folks, please hit that like and subscribe button and make sure that you're ringing the bell so that you get all of our videos when they get released. I don't know about you, but I'm excited to see how this one does. And I hope you'll tell me what you think about me doing this from 36,000 feet. Hey, I sure hope you'll share Profiling Evil with your friends and family. And make sure that you're looking for us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course here on YouTube. And you know what? You can have some fun exploring our website at profilingevil.com. But make sure that you sign up for our digital newsletter, the B.O.L.O, while you're there. B.O.L.O stands for Be on the Lookout, and it only comes out a couple of times a year. And it includes some really cool offers, some stories, and other interesting facts. So please consider joining one of our channel memberships. My favorite is the Academy level, where you get a little more information long before anybody else. In fact, I just dropped 16 new episodes of the Academy that are only available to Academy level members. So for those of you who would prefer to just wait, hang in there. We'll release them all in about 4 months. And folks, again, from 36,000 feet, thanks for your support of Profiling Evil. Perhaps we'll have an opportunity to get together this week, but in the evenings, I'm likely going to be visiting some of Jack the Ripper's old haunts. Hey, we'll see you soon at the next crime scene.